rural perspective on this, and I'm particularly concerned at the what would appear to be the exclusion of a NARC or the NARGC from the process to date. I'm fielding multiple calls in my constituency about it. I'm particularly conscious of the work that game councils do right across Ireland. They're the largest bird conservation organisation, proud record of supporting bird conservation in Ireland, and at club level members invest over 1 million of their own funds, of their own hard-earned money each year in conservation efforts. Last September, as you'd be aware, with only very limited consultation, 4 species of duck were removed from the open season order, and I appreciate that's been challenged in the courts and you're limited in what you can say. However, there's concerns that calls to further restrict the hunting of wild birds in Ireland, and these calls would appear to be based more on ideological opposition to field sports and rural pursuits than any sound scientific evidence. It's vitally important that the NPWS ensures full and inclusive engagement with all stakeholders, including those involved in rural pursuits such as game hunting. I have 2 specific questions for you then. Will the NPWS confirm that all rural interests, including NARC, will be included in future meetings of the NPWS Stakeholder Forum established under the NPWS strategic plan as agreed by the government? And secondly, will the NPWS commit to enhancing stakeholder engagement with game hunters and NARC as the representative body in relation to licensing issues and anomalies in the interpretation of wildlife legislation, as I feel we've fallen between the stools on both those points today?
Deputy, thank you for those questions. If you were here for my statement, you would have heard me say that we are a science led organisation. The science is hugely important to us. The data we collect is hugely important to us. I can't really comment on that case. I will say that the removal of 4 almost extinct birds was in response to both a legal obligation and what the science was showing us. And I will stress that those birds, those ducks, are almost extinct. They are red listed. So I can't comment further on that. The strategic forum, Deputy, we talk about our values. One of our values is partnership and engagement. Engagement with organisations like NARC is hugely important to us. The complexity and totality of rural interests extends significantly beyond what NARC represents. But nonetheless, it is hugely important that we would engage with that totality of interests. The strategic forum that you refer to has not actually been established yet. And in consultation with the Minister, we will be inclusive in regard to the composition of that. We're very conscious we're a rural-based organisation as well. We're hugely dependent on those communities, and that engagement in terms of informing where we're going with various initiatives is hugely important. In regard to the licensing issues and the second question, NARC were hugely important to us in the context of the e-licensing regime that we've introduced for deer hunting. They helped us test it, they welcomed it, and we welcomed their engagement with us